Hi, my book lovers. It's Lady Lauren Explorer. Today, I'm doing anticipated new releases that make me want to read them. So, stay tuned and let's see what we can get up to. Let's start off with the first book that has piqued my interest. It's called Mrs. Morton in the English House Party Murder by Catherine Lloyd. It comes out May 31st, 2022, and 304 pages. Sounds really good, though. The options for a penniless daughter of a deceased earl are few indeed in Regency England. So, following the suspicious death of her father, the Earl of Morton, and the discovery that she and her much younger sister have been left with nothing, no income or home, Lady Catherine takes a post as lady's companion to a wealthy widow, Forgenton. But all is not well at the Greenwood estate. For one thing, Lady Catherine's former fiance, Lord Francis Catton, is a guest and refuses to speak to her. Far worse, after a series of troubling harassments of the staff, an elderly family member is found stabbed by a knitting needle. As Catherine and her unexpected ally, Mrs. Fortin, attempt to solve the chilling crime, they discover that the culprit may be leaving bizarre clues as who will be next in the nursery, but they must make haste, for the heartless killer is engaged in anything but child's play. Ooh, sounds good. I'm going to add that to my book wish list. Yes. So I found a good read. What got me was a title called The Homewreckers by Mary Kay Andrews. And I was like, ooh, that sounds juicy. But all the synopsis tells me is that summer begins with Mary Kay Andrews in The Homewreckers, a delightful summer read about flipping houses and finding love. It's 448 pages, and it comes out May 3rd, 2022. So I might do this one. The novel that I'm looking into getting is a Sally Hepworth, and it's called The Younger Wife. It comes out April 5th, 2022. It has 352 words, so yeah, moderate book. But it says, Stephen Ashton is getting married again. The only problem is he's still married to his first wife, even though she's in a care facility for dementia. But he'll take care of that easily by divorcing her, even if his adult daughters protest. Truly, and Rachel Ashton look upon Heather as nothing but an interloper. Heather is the same age as Rachel, and even younger than Tully. Clearly, she's a go-digger and after their father's money. Heather has secrets that she's keeping close and reasons of her own for wanting to marry Stephen. With their mother unable to speak for herself, Tully and Rachel are determined to get to the truth of their family's secrets, the new wife closing in, and who their father really is. But will getting the truth unleash the most dangerous impulse in all of them? That sounds really good, and I'm liking it. Okay, this one looks so good, and now it makes me want to read the other four. So I'm guessing I'm really going to have to, if I want to read this myself, I'm going to have to buy the other four. And it's Death by Chocolate Chip Cupcake, a Death by Chocolate Mystery. And it's by Sarah Graves. It comes out March 29th, 2022. And this is the fifth of the Death by Chocolate Mystery. Jake and Illy are taking a break from perfecting their chocolate pizza recipe to cater to a housewarming party hosted by movie icon Ingrid Merrifield. Miss Merrifield is famous for her ode is famous for her old Hollywood glamour. Her new home, Cliff House, has a reputation too for being haunted, but she isn't concerned. And some of her guests are even trying to summon a spirit during a party using a Ouija board. What arrives instead is a freak autumn storm that downs an ancient tree, traps everyone on the property, and leads to them to stumble upon a hidden room where they find a film critic, Audrey Dalton, apparently frightened to death. Though Jake and Ellie don't intend to get stirred in the mix, there's no avoiding it, especially when they discover a locket in the victim's hand with a picture of Ellie and the word "next" on it. Is someone trying to write her out of the script too? Jake and Ellie begin to sniffle through suspects and motives. A search takes them from a long-lost family grave to an ancient smokehouse, and finally to Cliff House's overgrown gardens. Is there some ghostly presence involved, or a flesh and blood villain? In either way, can they ensure that Ellie avoids meeting her own and very permanent Hollywood ending? That sounds so good, and now I really just want to read the other 4. So I'm definitely putting this on my book wish list, and then I am going to go get the other 4, like the Death by Chocolate Cherry Cheesecake. That sounds so nice. The Death by Chocolate Malted Milkshake. I love milkshakes. Death by Chocolate Frosted Donut. And then Death by Chocolate Snickerdoodle. Yes. Oh my gosh. These sound so good, and I really want to read them. So I'm definitely about to put these in my cart. Yes. All right. Another one that I'm thinking about is a Gilly Macmillan one, and it's called A Long Weekend. And this is what got me. It's punchline: 3 couples, 2 bodies, 1 secret. That just sounds like a horror movie in the making, like a classic one. I want to read now. It comes out March 29th, 2022, so I will be adding it to my list, and hopefully it's good. Hopefully. We shall see. All right. Miranda James, Hiss Me Deadly, Cat in the Stacks Mystery. This is 15. Charlie and Diesel must catch a killer before he strikes another deadly note in the latest installment of Cat in the Stacks Mystery. Charlie remembers Wilford, Will Thurgood, as one of the outsiders during high school in Athenia. Although Will was a couple years ahead of him and his friend Melba Gilly, Melba had a big crush on Will, who dropped out of their junior year. An aspiring musician, Will hit the road for California and never looked back. Will eventually became a star, fronting a band and writing award-winning songs. Coming back to Athena to work for 2 weeks with students in college music department, Will is now a big man on campus, but not everyone is happy to have him back. However, some are protesting his music on moral grounds, and Will and his entourage have been a target of several acts of petty harassment. At first, they're easy for Will to shrug off, but the incidents escalate and become more troubling. When one of the band members is killed, Charlie worries that Melba, now deeply involved with the man at the center of the attacks, could be in deadly danger. It's up to Charlie and Diesel to find out who hates Will Threadgill enough to silence his songs forever. That actually sounds pretty nice. I hope I can do a standalone with this, because 14 books is a lot. 14 books is a lot. But it does seem like it'll be a good one. Let me look and see what else they have in this one. Oh, their first one isn't available. Their second one isn't available. Their third one is $52 for a hardback. Wow. Oh, but the sixth one says arsenic in old books. Get the stack. No, arsenic in old books. I'm trying to figure out if... I mean, it seems interesting. I'm just going to read the 15th book and see if I like it or not. Because again, I mean, I'm not a cat person either. So seeing all the titles in their fonts and stuff, not fonts, seeing their cover art and just cats, not for me. The next one is Lisa Scotiolin's What Happened to the Bennetts? This is coming out on the 29th of March as well. And its tagline is, how far would you go to save your family? It says, Mason Bennett is a family man and an elite court reporter, so good at his work that he was once selected to cover legal proceedings at Guantanamo Bay. One of his skills is the ability to read lips, with his 14-year-old son calls his superpower. But his life takes a horrific turn when he is driving his family home from his teenage daughter's lacrosse game, and he notices a pickup truck tailgating and cutting off the Mercedes. Two men jump from the pickup, brandishing weapons, and demand that Jason turn off the Mercedes. He complies, getting his family and their dog out of the car. But when the dog leaps at a carjacker, one of their guns goes off. Jason hears a scream behind him and his daughter falls on the street. Then another gunshot as the one carjacker shoots the other point blank, killing him. The killer runs back to the pickup truck and drives away, leaving Jason watching his daughter die. In his blighting grief, Jason receives a visit from the FBI. The agents inform him that the two carjackers work for a dangerous criminal organization distributing opiates in southeast Pennsylvania and northern Delaware. The family must enter Witness Protection Program, or its acronym name, hiding away. The family crumbles, and Jason begins to lose faith in the government. Jason begins to lose faith that the government is taking care of them at all. Jason sneaks out one night and discovers a startling fact that throws into doubt everything the government has been telling him. He takes matters into his own hands to save his family and bring his daughter's killers to justice, risking his life in the process. By the shocking end of this novel, Jason discovers a new definition of himself, shredding not only his identity the government has given him, but the one he was born with. This sounds really nice. Yeah, I'm at it. It sounds like really good. And I'm getting into like books that I probably wouldn't have read when I go searching for books. So this seems like really interesting and I think I might like it. Who knows? But I want to branch out and see some other book genres. So the last one I have on here is by Karen White and it's called The Shop on Royal Street. And it also comes out on the 29th. After a difficult hiccup on her road to adulthood, Nola Tenholm is looking to begin anew in New Orleans. What better way to start her future than with her first house? But the historic fixer-upper she buys comes with even more work than she anticipated when the house's previous occupants don't seem to be ready to depart. Although she can't communicate with the ghosts like her stepmother, luckily Nola knows someone in New Orleans who can, even if he's the last person on earth she wants anything to do with ever again. Because Beau Ryan comes with his own dark past, a past that involves the disappearance of his sister and parents in Hurricane Katrina. An unsolved murder of a woman who once lived in the old Creole cottage Nola is determined to make her own whether or not the resident restless spirits agree. So this is a spin-off of one of her old series, which I think I am going to add this to my book list and find her spin-off. So let's see, what is the spin-off called? There's a lot. Wow, there is a lot. Okay. There's 7, and they're the Trad Street series. Basically, all these are like murder books or ghostly mysteries. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna end it right here because finding books on Amazon is time consuming. So I have some pretty good ones right now. I'm probably gonna go through my Amazon thing again and find some more books and then do a video on those and see what I'm anticipating to buy in the future next year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I piqued your interest in some of these books that I know I'm buying. So I'll see you then. Well, not then. I'll see you later. Bye.